This is the battle with the wizards, or in the Final Fantasy Restored translation choice, the Pisco Demon, which is a little bit more accurate probably to what was originally intended in the Japanese version of this game. This is the first boss fight video of this challenge run of 4 white mages in the Final Fantasy Restored patch. We'll talk a little bit about that, but right now what we're doing is we're sandbagging with Blink. This is the spell that was called Ruse, I believe, in the NES translation. And what it does, it's a self-targeting only white magic spell that increases your evade by 40. We'll talk about hit percent and things as this goes on, but every time these guys cast evade, it increases their evasion by 40, the Blink spell. The wizards, I'm going to call them the wizards just because that's what I'm used to, they do not actually attack with magic, unlike what their old name would suggest. They are physical bruisers only. And they are really nasty. They have an attack value of 30, which means that their attacks will do between 30 and 60, a random number between 30 and 60, and they will subtract out our armor, our absorb, which is pretty low at this point in the game. This is the Marsh Cave, before we've gotten our armor buffs. I believe at this point I didn't even have the full set of copper bracelets yet, because I was relying on Blink. You saw in the first couple of rounds we were taking a beating there, but now we've gone in the offensive with 3 blinks on each of us. So let's talk about that. The wizards have the attack of 30, as I said. They have an accuracy of 21, but they have a chance for 2 hits on each swing. So they can really do a lot of damage quickly, but not if they miss. So in this game, the way hit percent is determined is the base chance to hit is 168, 168. Added to that is the accuracy of the attacker, and subtracted from that is the evasion of the attackee. After that calculation, a random number between 0, 0, and 200 is rolled, and if that number is lower than the result of that calculation, then it results in a hit. So for example, with these wizards, the base chance is 168, plus 21 is 189. The base evasion of these white mages is about 50 at this point in the game. That's the evasion is about 50. That equals 139. So without Blink, they have a 139 out of 201 chance to hit on each of their 2 swings. Now with 3 blinks casted on them, that is reduced to 19 out of 201, so about 9%. So under 10% chance to hit us on each of their 2 swings. So I'm relying on some good luck, a little bit of good luck here with each of their attacks, hoping that I can wear down their 84 hit points each with my piddly swings of the Iron Hammer, many of which are missing because they have their own pretty healthy evade stat of 66. And the Iron Hammer only has an attack of 9 to 18. Now they have a defense of 16, and the way the defense is taken out of damage is it's straight subtraction. There we did get 1. This battle can have anywhere from 2 to 4 of these wizards, by the way, these Pisco Demons. I was very lucky with this one to get, on my first attempt, this is my first attempt at this fight, I was very lucky to get just 2 of these enemies on the first one. Not that 4 would have been outside of my grasp. I would have probably added another blink there to make their hit percent almost 0. You can't quite make it 0 because a roll of 0 always registers as a hit no matter what, the way this game works. That was a slight error in programming, and I'm not sure if that bug has been fixed in this Final Fantasy Restored version. This version fixes a lot of the bugs of the original game. And the white mages, it actually handicaps some of the things for the white mages. We'll talk about that a little bit maybe in another video, but some of the attack variables, particularly the crit rate for the white mages, they suffer a bit of a handicap in the way a couple of the spells work, the handicap. Now you saw that last hit did 3 damage. That means that 16 was subtracted out of that hit. So they still landed 3 damage with their Iron Hammer, going through that big evasion there. 8, that's a nice one. And most of these are going to be doing 1 or 2. And that's the way many of the battles are going to go with this white mage run, is just sandbag up with protections against either spells or physical attacks, depending on who we have in front of us, and then just going to town with underpowered weapons. Now, a few things will be on the table for us later, particularly the Power Gauntlet, and there's our second wizard taken out. So that is the battle with the wizards. That gets us the crown, and we can now go on to face Astos. We'll do that in another video.